Hello everyone, welcome to Infinite Journeys. Subscribe and click the bell button now. Everything is connected for a reason. So relax and enjoy the experiences.
Deep in the heart of an old forest, beneath a canopy of whispering leaves and glowing fireflies, there lived two young orb-weaving spiders, Arlo and Silka. Arlo spun his web high between two branches of an ancient oak. His silk was strong and symmetrical, admired by many forest dwellers. He was quiet, thoughtful, and often lost in dreams as he watched the wind stir the forest around him. Silka lived just across from Arlo, in the crook of a leaning birch. Her webs were delicate but dazzling, like lace spun from moonlight. She was spirited, quick with her legs, and known for weaving patterns that shimmered in the morning dew. For a long time, neither spider dared speak to the other. They watched. They wondered. They weaved. Arlo would peek through the leaves, mesmerized as Silka danced across her web, fixing tears and tying new threads. She moved like poetry. Silka, in turn, often paused her spinning to glance across the space between them, where Arlo's strong, golden strands caught the sunlight. She admired his precision, the calm way he moved, and the way he always made sure the center of his web was perfect. Every night, when the forest slept, he crept out of his web and spun small silk hearts in the nearby underbrush. They weren't perfect. Sometimes the wind blew them away. Sometimes the morning dew ruined them. But he couldn't stop himself. Silka, too, had a secret. She collected small things, feathers, petals, seeds, and wove them into tiny gifts, which she tucked into hidden corners of her web where no one else could see. Each item reminded her of Arlo. They both yearned to speak, to share, to say, "I see you." But the silence stood tall between them. One day, a storm rolled over the forest. The wind howled. The rain came down like hammers on leaves. Trees groaned and swayed. Webs tore. Branches snapped. When morning came, Arlo's web was gone. Silka woke to the hush of rain dripping from leaves, and to a terrible emptiness across the clearing. Arlo's oak tree was split in half.
"No!"
she whispered. Her heart dropped like a stone through silk. She skittered to the forest floor, ignoring the danger. She searched the roots, the bark, the underbrush. She called softly, "Arlo!" Nothing. Then she saw it, a trail of silk hearts, half melted by rain, leading toward a hollow beneath a fallen log. Inside, Arlo huddled, one leg bent oddly. His body was damp, his eyes dim. Silka rushed to him.
"You're alive."
Arlo blinked.
Silka.
He tried to stand, winced, and collapsed again.
"You silly web spinner.
She whispered, touching one of his trembling legs.
Why didn't you ever say anything?"
He laughed weakly.
I was afraid. I thought maybe I was just a speck in your beautiful world.
"You weren't. You never were."
She said. She stayed with him for days, weaving a small shelter of silk and leaves. She brought droplets of water on fern tips, tiny beetles and moths to feed him. Slowly, Arlo regained his strength, and one evening, under a clear sky spangled with stars, Arlo reached for her foreleg.
I spun hearts, dozens, for you.
He said.
"I know. And I left feathers and petals for you. I thought maybe you'd notice."
Silka replied, smiling.
I did. I just never dared believe they were for me.
Arlo said. They laughed, soft and sweet and unsure, like a melody trying its first notes. When Arlo healed, they wove a new web together, wide and strong between two trees. It caught the morning light and shimmered like a shared secret. Every thread was a word unspoken, now spoken. Every spiral was a promise. Sometimes they argued over how many threads should cross the center, or what to do when a leaf blew into the net. But they always returned to the middle, to the place where their silks met. And there, they would touch legs and remember the storm, the silence, and the hearts made of thread. The forest watched them quietly, its ancient breath rustling the leaves, and the fireflies danced. For in a world where love was hard to say, two spiders had found a way, not through words, but through silk, courage, and the simple act of reaching across the web. While Key and Martha are on their way to the next adventure, stay tuned for more stories shared by friends from other planets. Signing off, Earthy.
Thank you, Earthy, for the finishing. Thank you so much to my dear viewers and for your great support. To understand the link, watch our stories from the beginning, do subscribe and click the bell button for more coming up stories. Signing off, Key with Martha.